Guys, what is going on? Happy Thursday. We made it to another Thursday and yeah, man, we did it. We finally did it. We're here and yeah, man. Sorry I was a little bit late. I had to get my coffee, right? But most importantly, I had to make sure that I got I had to get a what is that little thing called that you set your coffee on? I get one of those little doohickeys. So the wife would not be upset with me, man. What is going on? Turn one says only 4 minutes late. A coaster. There it is. Yep, a coaster. That's it. Guys, what is going on? Glad you guys could make it, man. We got another great show. We've got some guests that are going to pop on the show for a little bit here and talk to us there. So yeah, this should be pretty good. So we've got some really cool things to talk about. And I think you guys are really going to enjoy what we got going on. So without further ado, I think we should be thankful that we made it to another Friday. I said Friday, Thursday. That's what happens when I multitask. I'm over here multitasking and talking at the same time, and I can't do both. So I'm just gonna drink this coffee real quick. And keep it moving. But yeah, guys, hope y'all had a really good weekend. Myself, TJ, and RC Pilot Will, Johnny Stansel, the man right here. He actually came out to our field and he flew with us, and we had a really nice day, man. That was one of those days where that's you just have a good time. You end the day, you get in your car, and you're driving home, and you're like, I had a really nice day. A really nice day. So, but no, man, it's always good to get out and fly and hang out with friends. That's the whole point of us getting into the hobby. It's funny because we were talking that it's you know, is it fun, flying by yourself? So my question that I have for you guys is, do you guys enjoy flying by yourself, or or does it bother you? Because what I find, what most of us do is when we go out to the airfield, we're out there, and if other people out there, we'll stay most of the day, really. But if nobody's out there, do y'all normally just pack up and leave? You know, or are you comfortable flying by yourself? Um, it's just one of those things where you know, I guess it's also a safety thing too. But do you guys normally fly out there by yourself? It's a legit question. I've always wondered if people do that. So we're gonna jump that. I'm gonna jump into the comments section and see what you guys say. Do you fly by yourself? Let's see here. Because it's a good question because when I'm flying the turbines, man, I won't fly a turbine jet when I'm out there by myself at all. It's just like a safety thing, right? So, I really don't it's more of a safety thing. If something happens, I got somebody else there out there to help me. So let's see here. Um, let's see what's going on. Rob Bender, we got Turn One, Snow, Johnny Stansel, RC Flying Veteran, P51 fan, Mountain RC. What's going on? Let's see, Snow River. Man, we got all the good guys up in here. Joe Platt, what's going on? Let's see here. So we're gonna jump into it, and let's see here. Mountain RC says, I like flying with friends, but I like to maiden by myself. Bingo, dude. That's a very good point. Even I like to maiden with maybe one or two close friends out there. I don't. I'll fly. I'll maiden by myself, but it's one of those things that I like to have at least one other person out there when I do a maiden. I don't know why, but if there's a group of people, myself and even Pilot Will say it. He won't even fly, you know, because let's be honest. Most of the people that are out there that are hanging out watching us, they're there just to watch you crash or watch something exciting. And we're all guilty of it too. Like we all enjoy a good crash like the next man at somebody else's expense, right? So let's see here. Rob Ender says, I fly by myself. It's more fun with others for sure. Joe Platt says, enjoy flying with friends. Johnny Sansel said the idle time between flights gets boring. Absolutely, it does. Because you're just out there, and then the idle time, and then you realize that there's bugs out there, and then you realize the bugs are biting you, and then it's hot. So Let's see. P51 fan says we normally have a group on the weekend. I will fly alone. Yeah. I've noticed there's some people that enjoy flying by themselves, like, they don't mind it. So Turn One says, I just don't want to pick up the pieces myself. So he wants to be out there with other people. Let's see here. And P51 fan says he doesn't do helis alone. I would just say probably because of safety reasons, right? RC Death Squadron, what's going on? He says, I fly mostly alone. So you have that there. So let me see here. And by the way, we got some new people in the room. I'm gonna start handing out some wrenches here. Since we got you guys in here in the mix, I mean, we might as well. Since member of the channel, we'll do that. So let me jump over here. Let's see here. Joe Platt, we'll hand you a wrench. Let's see here. Make you a moderator. You can help the channel safe. There you go. And anybody else who I see in there, we'll jump in there and we'll do that. But yeah, man. So we've got some really cool things to talk about. Yeah, but it's one of those things. I just wonder who does that. Now, for some of you jet guys, will you guys fly by yourself? I wonder as well. Need for Speed RC, what's going on, brother? He says, I prefer both. There are days when I want to fly alone to focus and fly, and there are days when I want to chill and banter with the boys. That's me. That's me. That's me. Sometimes, like myself, when I go to fly-ins or I go to a neighboring field, most of the time I don't even fly a lot, man. I just go out there just for the camaraderie, just to hang out and talk. I really enjoy that. Joe Platt says, plus, if you lose a plane in the woods, it's not safe to recover alone. That's true, especially this time of the year, especially here in North Carolina, man. We've got bobcats, we've got coyotes where we fly at, we've got snakes of all kind out there in those critters. So, yeah, you're absolutely right. And let's see here. Snow River. Oh, yeah. He says the woods here are safe. We got no venomous critters in Washington. That's different. That's definitely different. Hey, Will, send me a Facebook message and I'll send you the link, buddy. Yeah, that's crazy. Winston Brown says being with other pilots are the greatest. It's true, man. And it's really why we do what we do, man. Like I said, it's the camaraderie. We get in there, we start having a good time. And, it's just a good time. It's just a good time. And I don't know if you guys actually saw, but we just dropped a video at 7:30 dropped a video, and it was the Turbine versus EDF. Some of you guys, a lot of you guys are in there, and I don't know if y'all saw it or not, but yeah, it was really cool. I'll show some of that video up here in a second and let you guys take a look at it. Let's see here, but I also want to get RC Pilot Will in here because me and him did that, and that was something so different that I've never seen anybody on the internet do one like that either. So I thought that was kind of cool to do something like that. So we did that EDF versus Turbine, and I thought it gave people a really good idea and understanding of what the differences are. So Will, by the way, I just sent you a link, dude, an email. So check your email. Let's see here. Let's see. Snow. That's crazy. In Washington, they don't have any poisonous critters. You're lucky, man. I hate snakes. They're all over the place around here. Matter of fact, I killed one on the in front of my garage door last week, and my wife wanted to save it, and I said I gave it the benefit of the doubt, and I allowed it to go, and it wasn't moving fast enough, and so I had to do my job and defend the family. Let's see. Being with other pilots is the greatest. Mountain RC says, plus the people watching are critiquing the crap out of your maiden. Absolutely. It's extra stress, man. It's just extra stress that you don't need, right? Like, it's bad enough that you're doing a maiden, but you really need to focus on the maidens. And so, like I said, I will wait till everybody's gone before I do a maiden flight for sure. For sure. Let's see here. Rob Bender says, Mountain RC, I don't let others' comments get me down. I just ignore them. I've done that too, where people are you have some of the people in the crowd like heckling in the background. I don't even acknowledge them. So Let's see, nice twin otter in the back there, Bobby. Yeah, man, we're gonna talk about that bad boy. That's the Xfly model's twin otter, man. She's fresh off the out of the box, so it hasn't even been open. And so we're gonna do an unboxing. Man, we got some cool things to talk about here. We got some neat products to talk about, and some cool videos to talk about. So really excited about some of the things we're gonna talk about, man. So absolutely. Lionel Randall, what's going on? He says, Bobby, did you see the teaser FMS announcement about the 90 millimeter Avanti? I did see that. Of course, you know I'm an Avanti fan, and I absolutely saw that. So I quickly shared that with the RC Pilot Will and a couple of guys that we have in our little group chat on the phone, and that was pretty cool to see. So absolutely, Dunstan Henry, good to see you again, man. But yeah, we got a lot to talk about there, and boom, we got RC Pilot Will there. Man, what's going on there, Will? I don't even think he can hear me. He looks like he's shell shocked. Oh man, that's funny. He's working through his mic, I guess. But yeah, Lionel Randall, we're going to talk about that FMS Avanti because they claim that is the fastest EDF, I guess, that they have. So we will have to see. So Rich, he says, our gang files in formation. No nitro birds. The bad part is it makes it really boring by yourself. Absolutely. Yeah. Hey, Will, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right, cool. We got you in the mix. What's going on, man?
Not much, man. What's going on? I'm just
I,
over
I,
here.
I wanted to pull you into the conversation because, man, we had a little bit of fun there earlier. So we're going to talk about a couple of things. But right now, we were talking about do you fly by yourself at the field? Is it safe to fly by yourself? And do you feel comfortable flying by yourself? What are your thoughts on that?
Depends on depends on what I'm flying.
Right?
um, so I mean, yeah, for the most part, I will fly by myself. But the only thing is it gets boring. In
Yeah.
between flights and stuff like that.
Yeah, I would agree.
Um, but other than that, if it's something like a maiden I'm doing, like for instance, when I made in this, I didn't want to do it by myself. I definitely
Right.
wanted, you to be there, or if one of the other guys that I fly with, Alex or Garrison, somebody to be there.
Yeah.
So, um,
Yeah.
but it depends on what I'm flying.
Yeah, and it's like I said, it's about the comfort level too because like I won't fly if there's some people out there like there's just a core group of people who I'll fly with. Jeff,
Oh yeah, they're
you,
looking for crashes or something.
TJ, absolutely, and that's what I was just telling the guys. I was like, man, dude, those people are out there. They just
That
want to
is,
see you crash. They just want to
mm-hmm.
see you fail. And so,
Yep,
yeah, man, I'm not about that life at all. So but it is
yeah.
fun to have some heckling, and I've even enjoyed some of the heckling too. I know sometimes when you guys are out there, man, when me, you, and TJ get out there, dude, we really cut
Oh,
up.
dude, it's yeah,
It's just a
we
fun
act a
time.
fool.
Let's see. Turn one says we have fun heckling each other, mostly rating landings. It makes things interesting. That's right. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, we
Rob
do
says
that. We
met a
do
lot of
radar
good
landing.
people just hanging out. So Keith Dunn says, your show is awesome. Can I get a shout out, please? Absolutely, Keith. What's going on, man? Glad you're in the mix.
Hey,
And
Key.
hey, if you are new to the channel, look, I'm gonna hand you some power, man. I'm gonna put you to work. I'm gonna make you a moderator and you know,
On my wrench.
get you in the mix. So there we go. Boom. You got a wrench. So now you're dangerous. You can help keep the channel safe from bots and all that other nonsense. So, but dude, thank you for coming to the channel. Glad to have you here. And look, if you're just tuning into the channel, man, we talk everything RC. We relax, have a good time, and we
Basically,
get a lot of group, buy-in from the people. So let's
just
see
having
here.
fun.
Look, we got Victor RC Jets in the house. What's going on, Victor? I was watching your F-22 EDF video. I was watching you unbox that thing. So, yeah, man, I can't wait to see how you get that one together.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to watch that. I want to check that out myself.
Yeah, yeah, I know. It looks like it's a pretty good bird. It looks like the EDF is a snug fit in there, so it looks really good. Troy Mitchell, he says, don't fly alone. He says, had a friend get cut with the prop once. Glad he wasn't alone. Yeah, that's another thing, too. This is why I think it's a good idea not to fly alone. man, if a prop hits an artery, you're in trouble. You're going to be in real trouble.
Oh yeah.
And you know, you only got about 2 minutes worth of blood if you hit an artery that you can actually do life-saving efforts. So you really need to think about that. One of the things that I carry in my kit when I go out there to the field is I have a tourniquet, I have quick clot, I've got gauze, and I got my phone with me always, right? So
I
these are
don't got none of
things,
that except the phone.
you know, these are things that you want to bring with you, man, because the quick clot can save your life, man. I'm telling you, if you cut an artery or something like that, you accidentally lean into the prop. You hear stories of where people just weren't thinking and they reach into the prop and it cuts fingers off and stuff. So these are things we need to think about. So let's see here. RC Flying Veteran says, until Will smoke that ESC. Man, oh man, we gotta watch that. Yeah. Yeah. So on Landon too. So we're gonna talk about that that video. But yeah, guys, we have some really good stuff to talk about. We just dropped a video. Myself and Will did a comparison Turbine versus EDF video. We just dropped it like at 7:30. And I'll put some snippets on here so you guys can see it. But Will, I would say it was pretty eventful, wouldn't you?
Yeah, man. It was a good day of flying. We definitely had some fun.
That was the very first. It was the very first EDF versus Turbine video that I've ever seen on the internet.
I would think so.
Yeah, I searched high and low, and I hadn't seen one. So we may have made YouTube history by doing the very first. So,
hey, that's what we do. Changing
I know,
it up,
man. Just always innovating and trying to do something different. Let's see here. So I'm gonna pull that video up and just let the guys see a little snippet of it, right? And
you claim I cheated.
Oh yeah. We'll definitely see where you tried to cheat. I was like, why is the man trying to cheat? Let's see here.
You actually did a slight dive too.
No, dude, that was not a slight dude. Your dive was not a slight dive. Yours was like a straight up dive. So
no.
Yeah. We caught Will trying to pull a quick one, but it's cool. That was fun, man.
It was
so here, I'm gonna pull that video up real quick and I'm gonna show you guys. And then, hey, look, we got our special guest in the background, so we've got some important information that we want to drop to you guys in reference to an airplane. So I think you'll be very happy with some of the information that we're dropping on here that you only get here and nowhere else. So let's see here. I'm going to get that. I'm going to share my screen, and here we go. All right, check that out.
I should have got that on video. You supposed to pass me the camera.
Look at that. hey, it's never good when it ends like that, right?
Yeah.
I like what you said. Now bring it over here.
Yeah, exactly.
We can check it out.
We're over here.
Busting the water open.
We're over here setting up the airplane. That's
they
the
want to see the guts. That's why I
Will
showed they
has
want to see the guts.
DF version, so you can kind of see what's going on.
Now,
Right there, the turbine plane, Will's got his aerophone by Banana Hobby, first generation EDF with the V-Good ESC, which they've already pulled that one out and replaced it with a Hobby Wing. So just to get a little bit of security, but you'll see why. They pulled it out and they started putting in a more reliable system. So let's check it out. Nice little taxi there. Really enjoy this stuff. So we'll just watch the takeoff. Absolutely. Okay. Setting the timer. You ready?
Let's do it.
All right, I love the takeoff.
Here we go.
I'm really in love with the turbines, dude. It's really hard to shake.
The landing, man. Yeah, you can't beat it.
Let's see here.
Especially the L39. You can't.
Oh, I know. L39. And look, I asked Jeremy Stokes how it flies, and he's absolutely right, guys. It's the best flying airplane. And the turbine version, because I've flown both, is such a better flyer because it just has so much thrust behind it. So we're gonna watch it.
You can see it's not having trouble. It's enjoying itself up there.
So we're gonna watch it land. I'm setting up for the landing.
Backing out of the power?
I have a Cortex gyro in that one, guys, and it deletes the air. I'm not kidding you. It literally deletes the air.
I don't
And this
even
is
think
how
I
they
had a
land,
gyro
man.
at
They're
the
just
time.
that good.
And there you have it.
Yep.
And that's how we get them down, boys and girls.
So we got Will. Will's going to take his out.
Wow, that's a lot of power.
The cool thing about an EDF is you got instantaneous power, right? Just got it.
Yeah.
I'll say EDF always.
And then we'll watch him take off.
No lag and spool up.
No lag
Alright,
whatsoever.
everything.
And in some instances,
everything's good.
the thrust is the same as a turbine for a couple of seconds.
Get full throttle. See if I can beat Bob to take off this thing. Come on. No, I didn't.
There it is.
No.
I was trying to beat your rotation point, your point of
I
rotation.
know, man. But I tell you what, though,
Pull
when
those
the L39 is ready to
Turbine's kicking out
fly,
about
guys, it
18.5
goes.
pounds of
It
thrust. I
flies.
think you're
Yeah.
pushing out around like 15.5, maybe.
So we had a really nice flight.
Oh, man.
Look, I'll get down to the landing. So let's just watch the
I gotta
highlight.
give me a
This
little
stuff.
bit of break.
Get out of there.
No, this is like
Get out of there.
100% what it's
The
doing.
world. Get out of there.
Coming
Remember
in.
that?
That's why we do honest reviews on a channel, dude. There's no fakeness, no cheating.
Look,
Oh, you smoked your.
now you see that line right there? That's not good. That's not good. Let's go
You
back.
sound like a weatherman. See that line right there?
Honest reviews on a channel, dude. There's
Right
no
here.
fakeness, no cheating.
Right there.
Oh, you smoked your motor, buddy.
Fire.
You hear TJ saying fire.
Sir.
And you can actually, if you look close, you can see fire inside of it. See
You
it?
smoked your motor, buddy.
See the fire?
Yeah, it's right there, just burning away.
You did a good job
You see the
landing.
smoke coming out the bottom.
Grab this thing.
Yeah.
Grab this
Alright.
thing.
I should have got that on video. You supposed to pass me the camera.
That was TJ's point of view over there.
He was actually a little late. If he was
Yeah.
a little bit sooner, he would have actually
Man,
caught the
dude.
Yeah.
fire burning out of it.
Fire
I know.
extinguisher to the rescue over there, right?
Yes, sir,
So,
guys. We had
You can
a
kind of see what
fire.
happened here. You can
Could
look
the
in there, and
ESC
that's what happened. That was the culprit. The ESC just got hot on landing and cooked off. So, with that said, let's talk about it. Why did that happen? Why did that happen? There was a good question somebody was asking. They said, it's crazy that it landed like that. It started smoking on landing, but here's the question, guys. This is the reason why. It did that because when it was moving at full throttle, it had a lot of air going over the motor, and it was cooling itself, right? And it was a warm day too, so it had ample, cooling. But when he throttled down, Yep. When he throttled down, it wasn't able to get the heat off of the ESC, and it ended up cooking itself. So, that's what happened. So, and again, that was a very old. That was a V1 ESC that was in that airplane, and those Chang Sun fans, guys, really pulled the amps. Like they pull them.
Yeah.
They're thrust.
They make some thrust too.
Yeah, and you balance drawers too, which you're getting a lot better too. So I'm telling you, man, it's been that was really cool. But so anyway,
V good turn one, a V good ESC.
it was, and that was the V good ESC that Banana Hobby doesn't carry anymore. And and they addressed the issue and they took care of it swiftly. Matter of fact, so it's just one of those things where you live, you learn, and you move on, right? Like it is what it is. What do you think about that? What was that?
What
What do
the about
that whole comparison and everything.
Oh, about the whole comparison. Well, I mean, both airframes are basically laid out the same, except for the fact yours is made for turbine. I mean, it takes you a lot longer to get set up than it does me, of course.
If you watch the video, guys, if you watch it, sorry, man. What were you saying? I got a little lag.
Oh, no, I was saying it's well worth the wait when you the time it takes you to set up to get to flying, because you're actually flying turbine. You actually get to have a little more fun than I do, because you don't have to worry about battery sag, none of that stuff. Where, like I said before, for me to do my full speed pass, I was gonna have to do it right in the beginning of the flight if I want to get a true full speed pass.
Right.
Because my batteries were gonna sag down if I try to do it later on. I'm doing it at minute 2.5. You know, I'm not gonna get a full
That's
power
true.
pass on that.
That's true.
So, but the only thing I think that I actually have on you is the fact that one, I just throw the batteries in there and I fly it. Two, I get instant power. You know, I don't have to worry about a lag. And if I want to throttle it down, I could just boom, kill the power completely. I don't have to
Right.
wait for that timing of the EDF to slow down like the turbine has to do. So
Right.
I do have those instant changes I can make happen.
Well, guys, watch the video, make your own opinion, and drop in the comments and drop it in there. And it's interesting to see. Like, we literally just dropped that thing too, so it'll be
Thanks,
interesting.
Winston.
But guys, we've got a very interesting update to talk about in regards to one of our favorite airplanes, one of the coolest airplanes that came out of this. Was it this year or last year? But guys, we've got Jeremy Stolt in the background with Banana Hobby, and we're going to talk to him and bring him on here because you're going to get some information dropped right here that nobody else has. So this is the first time you'll see it here. Jeremy Stolt to the front. What's going on, man?
What's up?
There we go.
There you
What's
go.
going on?
You got me? Can you hear me good?
We can hear you.
Yeah,
we can
we
hear
hear
you. Jeremy.
If you guys can read it right there on the bottom of the screen, we now have the B1B version 2 available. So, what does that mean?
Mm.
That means we're excited. No, there are a few people out there that already have the version 2, and they're already flying it, and now you can officially speak about it. So there you go, guys. But anyway, here's what's going on. So we behind the scenes in cooperation with Xfly, we have made some upgrades to the B1. And now I think you guys are going to like a lot of it. So the airplane so far with the version 2 is absolutely fantastic. We've got over 100 plus flights on B1s here in Utah with the new updates, which we're going to speak about right now. The biggest update that everybody wanted to have was an updated wing.
Okay.
So we now have an updated wing. Bobby, if you want to show that screen or picture I showed you.
Absolutely. Let me
So even though we had not had any kind of issues with the wing sweep connection, some of you guys did. Now in that, we listened, and behind the scenes, we were doing what we can to try and make it better, because not everybody had the success that we had. And we wanted to make it better so that you guys can all enjoy that B1. So in the picture that you'll see here in just a minute.
Yep, I'm being slow. Here we go. I got it right here. I'm going to share that so we can see it. Let's see.
So in the picture, you will see that the wing sweep connection has been updated and is now beefier and actually has more material on there to try and help with any of the incidents that you can have with your wings, whether it be from carrying your plane outside, hitting it on the wall, kicking it, hitting it on landing, running it into things, or crashing. So hopefully that this new update on this wing pivot, the wing sweep connection, is going to be able to help support your guys's flying and enjoyment of the B1. So
it definitely looks more robust. I'm looking at the old one, and you can see it right here. Yeah, and you can see there's no support here. And then here you can see where not only is it thicker, but it has more support here, and it's got more support there. Yeah. And they actually built it up right here. So it looks like it's got to be a noticeable amount of strength added to it.
And so again, like I said, I have 6 B1s, and not a single one of them is broken based upon anything, normal flying, normal everything. And so the things that we've been seeing were abnormal type situations. And that was where, if you guys remember, there was an L bracket that we ended up doing or adding to our parts list. And that was intended for repairs. So
Okay.
if you had broke that off, you had an option to fix your wing sweep connection. So now we don't think you're going to need that bracket at all ever.
Okay.
If you do break it, you should be able to still get that bracket. But there is no need to beef this up. Just enjoy the airplane the way it is. And so version 2 airplanes, any B1 that you buy from Banana Hobby right now and on will be this update. So that's the first of 2 updates. So you want to take a guess what the second one is? I think you might have actually mentioned that.
I did.
Like, oh no, he's spilling the beans early.
Right. I'm sorry. I got so excited I couldn't help myself.
You know Bobby can't hold water.
Yeah. Sorry, man. I said it really quick.
So the second thing is that people do not like to have to do the advanced setup in the manual. And the advanced setup or bypass, okay? So where you had to move your elevator connection off of the board and then go directly to your inline gyro or your receiver, and then your ailerons had to be wide together and then go to your receiver, and then your nose of steering and rudder also had to go and wide and go there. So they were actually bypassing going through the controller. So I can attest to you right now that we have a version 2 controller to upgrade your version 1 B1s and make it to where it's exactly what we wanted from the beginning. The big differences that you guys are going to notice about this when you guys put them in is that you've got the ability to trim your airplane in flight. The original one, you were not able to do that because it automatically did all that. You're able to use expos and dual rates, and it doesn't affect anything. Your surfaces, remember how, we'll just say that they were supposed to go 45 degrees. Well, they were limited at 45 degrees. No matter what you input in there, they were stuck to that maximum. Well, guess what? You can swing them as far as you need to. Whatever your transmitter puts out is what it's going to do. So now we've got the airplane that is for those professional pilots, so the advanced pilots, that can now set up flight modes however they want. You can set up your rates however you want, and you can customize the feel of the airplane to a better flight envelope that you want. And so this controller, we have sent it out to several people, unbiased opinions.
Right.
And every one of them so far has said absolutely amazing things on it. So one of the people is in here. He should be in here. RC flying veteran, right? No, but anyway, this new controller works awesome. It comes with the internal gyro, and it comes with the ability to turn it off, just like what the other one was supposed to be. The difference is the feel of the flight.
Right.
Okay. So the feel of the flight is now exactly what we wanted. The gyro is where you want it. And you don't have to cram your sticks anymore. So like the other controller, you had to like be a real stick jammer. And it worked great.
Right.
If you were a subtle flyer, that's where we had recommended that advanced pilot, the bypass, right? The advanced setup.
Man.
So now with this controller in there, no matter how you fly, the gyro works fantastic. It's already preset for the stabilization that this airplane needs, and it flies awesome. So we asked the people that we sent these controllers to fly them as is, run them, use the gyro that's in it. We want to know exactly your thoughts on there, and everything came back with awesome results. So
everybody was happy with the results and everything. So said it was an improvement.
It's a way big improvement. Now, again, I want to make sure you guys know the original controller, it still worked fine. It just did not have the feel that some of us liked.
Yeah.
And that's why it needed a version 2. Nothing wrong with it. But again, people didn't like having to bypass it. They were like, oh, if you have to bypass it, something's wrong. No, it's just, it didn't run the feel that you wanted. So that's why you did the bypass to get the feel you wanted. So now when you get your B1, it comes with this controller in it and the wings. And you literally put your receiver in. You got your 7 wires all going into the battery bay, just like it shows in your manual. And you connect your receiver, and then you just leave the gyro on, and the gyro works perfect.
Man.
If you don't trust the gyro, which I don't know why. I mean, we've got lots of flights on this.
Yeah. Well, you know how people are.
You can turn it off, or if you're a non-gyro pilot, you know, because there are those out there still. I don't know why, but there are.
Yeah,
I was one of those. I was one until I got a gyro and I realized like what I was missing. I was like, oh my God, it flies great, but man, the gyro just makes it even better, you know?
And so you have the ability to turn it off. But again, let me make sure you guys know this. So if you turn this off when you have the battery plugged in, it doesn't turn off until you recycle power. Does that make sense?
Well,
so if you have it
So
off,
the gyro defaults on.
no, depends on your switch.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense? So if your switch is on when you plug it in, your gyro's on. If your switch is off and you plug it in, your gyro is off.
gotcha.
So there's no transmitter control for on and off. There you go. There you go. Omaha. You've been flying it. So there is no extra options in the gyro. It is only a stabilization gyro. It's not auto level. You don't have the ability to turn it off. But so far, like I said, the gyro works awesome. I don't know what to say other than use it. It's awesome. You'll enjoy it.
It's definitely a bird that's on my list. So.
Well, it better be on your list and in your order list now.
There it is. Yeah. Make the change, do the upgrade, right?
So again, you got the new updates, new controller, new wing attach area. We did our best to help with your guys' concerns. And again, you know, Banana Hobby worked with Xfly on this. We've been talking back and forth for a lot of conversations on this.
Yeah.
And to be completely honest with you, we actually tried 4 different controllers with different configurations to give you the right feel.
Wow.
So we didn't
see, Jeremy, a lot of people don't understand that, like, you know, you guys are just the middleman. Like, you get the product, but as the middleman, you actually have the ability to affect some change that when it you know comes out to it. A lot of people don't realize that. They think that, you know, they're like, somebody was in there, they said, you know, just admit there was a problem and you found a means to correct it. It's okay to make mistakes, learn and grow to be better. That's something out of your control. That's like you aren't manufacturing these airplanes, but when you hear an issue, you can actually address the issue and actually tell them to fix it, or you're not going to buy any more airplanes. And then it happens like that. So
so we heard concerns, but again, not everybody was having concerns. So you got to weigh how things go. So, you know, on the outside world of things, not everybody gets to hear all of the concerns.
Yeah, it's just cool to hear the transparency and everything. And
on our side, we did hear concerns, and based upon what people were talking about, we always strive to improve on our airplanes. So for instance, you know, everybody's getting Raptors right now. I mean, the Raptor's awesome right now, but if we find anything, we're going to try and figure out how to make it better. I mean, that's just how we do it. I mean, that's why you get different versions in airplanes. I mean, how many Timbers are out there? You know?
Oh, no. Or just updates to your car. Right. You know what I mean? Like when you have to go in there and you do warranty work on your car, it's the same thing. They have a recall.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and yeah.
Talking about
that.
People don't like to use gyros, but you know, if modern technology can save you money somehow.
Yeah, why not? If the gyro saves you from crashing your airplane,
why not use it? Why not use it? You know, modern technology.
It's like Bobby said just the weekend. It's like cruise control. I mean, your car has cruise control. That doesn't mean you can't drive the car.
Right.
It's just something to help you out.
It's like a red dot on a rifle or a pistol. You can shoot it without it, but you're much better with it. You know what I mean? You're just using technology to your benefit.
Yeah, mountain. So, you know, whenever we were flying B1s down there in UVA, guess what? Secretly, this was in there. So we've been flying it with that the whole time.
Awesome.
So anyway, we did
Um,
that. So that is not only the first, the best of the best, but anyway, like I said, these are in stock right now. Version 2 is ready to go. Version 1 updates are also in stock. So if you guys want any of those, get on and start ordering. The link should be live on there. But
hey, Jeremy, quick question. Are the new batch of Aerofoam F-22 spoken for, and when will the next shipments come in?
the answer is yes. So the 105 Raptor has sold exceedingly well. We ordered a crap ton of extras, but guess what? Those extras are already spoken for. So if you
Nice.
did not heed my warning of these are going to go fast, you're going to have to wait. So in regards to waiting, the estimated time frame is November, December or more.
Nice.
Yeah.
Jeez,
Man,
that's a
hey,
good little ways
that's a
out.
good thing, man. I'm glad they're selling well.
You don't miss out, you know.
Man, they're selling
I'm
like
glad they're selling
hotcakes.
well. And remember when we were talking about the this was on the drawing board, and we were talking about this before it was released or anything, and I was like, that thing's going to sell out like crazy because everybody's been asking for either an F-22 or an F-35. Like that's what the people have been asking for. So should be pretty cool. We got the F-22, 105, big EDF.
Excited that everybody's starting to get these now. I saw Victor did his video on there. Congrats on getting yours, Victor. You know, it sounds like you're really impressed with it. Your video cut out a little early, so we didn't get to see the fuselage, but yeah, it's going to be awesome. So there's some neat things. So
Turn-one's trying to tell me to buy the turbine version over the EDF.
you got advantages. You know, you just saw in your videos, EDF,
Yep.
Turbine. What are your advantages on there? The advantages with Turbine, you're able to cram full throttle more, get more speed, and an overall time frame too. So Turbine's always going to be more advantageous, except for the penalty of cost. That's the bad factor. Now, again, we didn't want to leave people out of this and go just, hey, turbines only. You know what I mean? We wanted to go, okay, look here. We're going to do our best to get the best performing EDF that we can do inside of this jet. And we're going to make it to where, you know, those EDF pilots can fly them. The people that cannot get turbines at their fields can fly them. And then the guys that don't have grass that's this tall can also fly them.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. All grass is not equal.
Yeah. So since we're speaking of Raptors, there was a couple of questions I saw on there. The first thing is 110 millimeter mod coming? So that was asked. The answer,
Nice.
We are working on it.
You hear that, Will?
Yeah, I hit it.
Now,
But that's what I'm interested in.
does that mean it's actually coming? Yes and no. Does that mean we're working on it to try and see if it'll fit right and all that stuff? Or is it cost effective? There's all these factors and a lot of questions that go into this. So does that mean we're going to bring it? We're trying. Does it mean we're not going to bring it? No, that doesn't necessarily mean that, but it's in work. We're trying to figure out if it's going to be cost effective. The other thing, or possible, is the other question too, because motors are different. You know.
True.
Yeah. The other thing is there were two different things I wanted to highlight on the F-22. So that people, when they get their airplanes, you've heard it. It'll sound familiar, and you'll be like, "Oh, okay, that makes sense." I don't have a Raptor with me right now. They're all outside. Anyway, so when you install your verticals, okay, your verts, there are 4 screws that you're going to be using. In the bag that it comes with, you've got 2 of them that are 20 millimeter long and 2 of them that are 25 millimeters long. There's also a separate spare bag. So what we did with this airplane is we gave you a whole extra set of screw and hardware. Okay, you've got extra hardware. Now that you've got extra hardware in there, I want you guys, when you get your verts, to grab the extra 25 millimeter screws out of the spares and use all 4 of those 25 millimeter screws to put your verts on. Okay, the 20 millimeter does not grab enough for my liking. Okay, since you've got the 25 ones, put the extra longer ones in there. and give yourself a little bit more peace of mind. That's my thought on it. Okay, so you've heard that there. The second thing is there are different, well, since I've got flight experience on this airplane, there are some differences in linkages, connections to the servos that I want to put out there. So when you vert your rudders, if you are going to not be independent on your rudders to your nozzle steering, you're going to need to make it to where your rudder servo connections, the linkage is on the closest to the servo hole, most innermost hole, so that your rudders do not overextend, because they've actually got a seam that you can butt up against, and you want to make sure you just don't overdo them, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
You want to have your nozzle steering as much as you can, but if your verts are stopping, you don't want to just cram them and torque them, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
So make sure that they don't move as much,
Right.
but yet in conjunction with your nozzle steering, they will max out still. If that makes sense.
Yeah, you don't want the servo to overrun the travel of the rudder.
Exactly. So if you're going to use them, and what I mean is nozzle steering and your two rudders connected together as one, you need to make sure that you're not going to overextend those, okay? So just your best thing is to make it to where they don't have as much travel, and it will still be the maximum surface travel.
Jeremy, question: what's the largest turbine you can throw in the F-22, and what time turbine are you? What kind of turbine are you running, and what are your flight times like?
So the largest that you can fit, or the largest that I recommend?
Because you're in a professional setting, probably what you would recommend.
Well,
and then we'll ask the other one what you
so,
can fit.
So the largest that you can fit in there, I've got a real sketchy feeling about that, and the reason why is there's not a lot of room in there to safely discharge all the heat.
Yeah.
If you cram a big baked potato in there,
Right.
it's going to cram and distort a lot of the air that you need to flow around. So I only recommend the largest size is the K102 motor, the G4.
That's what I hear people are running, the K102, and they're getting really good thrust and flight times out of it. So
now, do I recommend the G5 in there? No, I do not recommend the G5 in this airplane because of the lack of space around the motor. It starts way too fast to try and shoot all that flame out the exhaust at once. So the G4 is what I recommend, and it does pretty awesome on that.
that's good information too, because oftentimes people want the latest and greatest turbine that's out there. They want the G4, and it spools up in 20, 30 seconds. But you're right. There's not a lot of space for heat to dissipate, and we're talking about a foam.
Like 12 seconds. It's got a lot of heat out of that pretty quick. And I'm not saying it's a bad motor. I'm just saying it's not the right fit for
right. Now, an 80 will rotate off of a hard surface pretty well. On grass, you'd probably want to go with the 102.
The 102 is the all-around. If you want max climbs all the time, pretty much 1-to-1, that's your friend. If you want a great airplane, like when you put the the Sweewind 80 in the L39 and it flies just awesome, but
it's crazy.
It's not like overpowered. That is where you want the 80. So I recommend Sweewind 80 size to K102 G4 size. That is the perfect for this airplane.
Awesome.
But other things, real quick. I was talking about surfaces, just real quick. Your elevator surfaces. On the servo, you want to use the middle hole, okay? And then for your ailerons, you can use the furthest hole on the linkage. So the manual says the furthest linkage on all of them. So again, your biggest difference is your verts, so your rudders, and your elevators. The elevators mid, your verts all the way into the closest to the servo hole, and that'll give you guys a really good base. Lots of travel, lots of flight experience, and then have fun with it,
So what happens if you put them all the way to the furthest hole out?
Well, if you're in the furthest hole, you're going to gain a lot of extra travel on there, and the airplane has a lot of surface for a little movement at that point. Does that make sense?
Yeah, well, you know,
So-
I like to
there's
do my.
people that slow their servos, but if you barely move the stick and it jumps 2 inches, that's fast. You know what I mean? So essentially, you're
Mhm.
slowing down the travel speed a little bit by doing that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But yeah,
Well, I'm just saying because I like to do my little
but yeah,
what's
you're
that thing called, Cobra?
well, yeah, you're still able to get the rate.
Okay.
It-
Still able to
it's-
get the rate.
Yeah,
All
you're
right.
still getting the rate and the travel. It's just not going to be as fast.
Yes. Gotcha. Okay. So it gives it a little bit of what do they call resolution there.
Expo without being Expo.
Gotcha.
Makes sense.
Instead of being an 80 on Expo, now you can be
Yeah.
down to 80. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
Well, Jeremy, man, we really appreciate it. Before you leave, do you have anything else you want to any other cool things that you
Well-
want to drop? That you want to hint at?
well, yeah, the F-18's available now.
Oh, so the F-18 is out. Nice. Ooh, look at those. Look at the gear on that one too. The wheels look pretty good. A good size.
So
70?
this is the twin 40 mil.
That's a twin 40. Wow.
That's a
Didn't we
twin
show
40?
that to you guys?
That's pretty big for a twin 40.
Did we not show that to you? Oh
You
my
did.
God.
You showed it, but it didn't look that big.
Yeah, that's big for a twin 40.
It's a big airplane. It's 64 millimeter size.
It almost
Yeah, I
looks-
was gonna say,
yeah,
it's
it
a
almost looks
64
like a
millimeter
70, yeah.
size plane.
Let's
Yeah,
get this
yeah.
closer to that.
So
All right.
you're going to get performance out of that thing like it's a 70.
So again, we beat this up. I mean, we've bent things. We've bent. I mean, we've done a lot with this airplane. So the only thing I wish is that it had a dual nose wheel. It doesn't, but
Yeah.
and retracts. It really needs retracts. You've got the simple nose removal. So if you ever damage the nose, you've got a fairly decent bay. I got a hidden battery in there so it doesn't tilt. So 2200 mAh is what I recommend in there for us.
What's the price point on that one? Is that one hovering around the 179 mark?
The same as the Raptor.
So it's like 2 something.
Yeah, no, it's solid. Again, we beat the heck out of this thing. I was up flying around with the FW 64 millimeter
Wow.
Raptor.
It's $169, man. That's super cheap.
Yeah, we were up playing dogfight, and this was having fun. It was cool hearing the 2 different motors. You know,
That's super cheap. Yeah.
and
wow.
again, we got the twin 12 blade 40 millimeters. 20
Nice.
FCs inside there, and the thing hauls the mail for a little bugger. So there was one guy online. He said the airplane flies pretty heavy. I would agree. I mean, it's a it's a big airplane for 40 mils,
Right.
but it does pretty good. It's pretty fun. All the little toss and boss airplanes are pretty fun, you know. So
Nice, man. Well, Jeremy, certainly appreciate you jumping in and giving us those highlights on the update to the
Yeah,
Xfly
man.
B1B and answering a bunch of questions. People were firing at you there, and happy to see that you guys are listening to the people and giving them the product that they're looking for. So that's cool. That you don't often get that from a company, So
I'll look at comments, and I'll try and comment some stuff on there while we're live. Stay tuned
Okay.
for the videos. I've got a video that shows the V1, and I talk about the actual stuff. And then eventually I'll do an actual setup video, like actual swapping it out. It's absolutely boring.
wow.
He said it's absolutely boring. Yeah,
But that's because there's people that have a hard time switching one thing over to the other. And so
Mhm.
I did it. It's awful, but it shows 1-for-1 swapping the controller out of there. But yeah, you're going to be able to buy that controller separately. Yes, absolutely. So we wanted to make sure that you guys could update your V1s to V2 and then have enough time with the airplane. So
Well, I think that's
Awesome,
pretty
man.
cool.
Well,
I think it's
Jeremy-
pretty cool they made it where it's like made for the plane only. You
Yep.
know, so that actually takes a lot of the work out of having to program a gyro and all of that stuff.
And what
So,
Jeremy was trying to
pretty
tell
cool.
people without saying it is you can trust the gyro. Like there's no reason to bypass it at all.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
That's what he's trying to say.
So Omaha, look at your comments. He's been flying with it in there, unbiased. You know,
Yeah.
he's now got 4 B1s. He's had some issues with some B1s, but now he's got version 2s, both of them, and he's been flying that. So
Super awesome, man.
So
Jeremy Stoll.
We got people down in Las Vegas. I gave a gentleman while I was in Kentucky secretly, gave him a controller so that he could actually go and put it. So now he can actually talk. You know, we put it out there. We wanted honest opinions on it, not just from me. But there's hundreds of flights on B1s right now with this new controller, and nothing but awesome on there. So,
well, look, man,
one of the comments was, "Now I don't need to put a Cortex in there."
That's right. That's it. Look, man, we really appreciate you coming in onto the show, dropping that knowledge, helping us out, and actually showing that you guys, you know, are listening to the people. So, hey, man, I'm gonna pull you to the rear. Make sure you jump into the comments and still answer some of these guys' comments because I know that now that they know that you're in here, they're gonna be firing off at you. But
They definitely are.
without that said, you got anything else, Jeremy?
Trust in the product. It's awesome.
There it is. Hey, guys, don't forget to also subscribe to Banana Hobbies channel as well so you can get all their updates and everything. And yeah, tune into it. Make sure you tell
I'm
Carrie I said hello.
making the video live right now while on here. So
Nice. Well, there you go. Boom. Man, how cool was that?
That was pretty cool.
You don't normally get to talk to the manufacturer like that and fire off questions and get in-depth information from, you know, the people who are behind the product.
When the last time we talked to Motion?
Yeah, never have. You know, I never have. You never can talk to the owners of that company. You always talk to the people. They have so many layers that you don't even, you know, you can't really do that. So, not saying that's a bad thing, but for me, it's not a good thing. So, but hey, man, let's move into the next segment, man. Let's talk about cool gadgets and products.
Cool.
Because I know people want to talk about that. But
oh yeah,
let's
I want to
talk about it,
that.
before we talk about that, let's talk about lipo safety on a budget, dude. So I have a bunch of these little guys right here. And this is, I don't know if you guys can see that, but that is a fire blanket, right? It's a fiberglass fire blanket. It's 1 meter by 1 meter. You can get these on Amazon. I don't own the company. I don't endorse them, but I'm telling you, I have like 3 of these things, and I keep one inside of here where I have some of my airplanes when I'm working, and I keep 3 of them in my garage where my airplanes are and where my lipos are. And so, like, sometimes when I'm in there working on my my airplanes and I'm charging packs, I have this fire blanket in there. So if something ever happens, I can throw that on there, and it will literally smother the fire out. And I can show you. Yeah, it's just a fiberglass fire blanket, guys, and I think they're inexpensive. You can put in fire blanket on YouTube and you can find them. And I think I paid like maybe $10-15 for them or something like that. But super inexpensive. And guys, those things could potentially save your house, save your livelihood, and also save your marriage, because your wife's not going to understand, or your significant other is not going to understand why that house is burnt down because of a lipo battery.
They're not going to like it because your RC plane burned it down.
Exactly. So,
it's not going to be because the house caught on fire. It's going to be because your RC plane caught the house on fire.
Exactly. No, they're not even going to say RC. They're going to say your toy plane caught on fire. Yeah. So, but also not only do I keep this, but I also keep my stuff in ammo crates too as well. So you've seen how I do it. I have a ton of 50 cal ammo cans that I have that I keep the lipos in, holes drilled in there with the gaskets taken out so they can vent. But this,
he's got like 16 ammo cans full of lipo batteries.
I got a lot.
It look like he's got a bomb building in his garage.
Yeah, it does. When people are walking down the street and they see all these ammo cans, I'm quite sure they're like, "What is he up to? What is he doing?" You know. But yeah, safety is number one, and yeah, man. So guys, if you have questions for Stolt Productions, go ahead and drop them in the comment box while he's still in here, and he can field some in reference to some of these airplanes. But yeah, so we're talking about the fire blanket, guys. Go out there and grab you one of those. Like I said, completely unaffiliated, but it's a good product. And like I said, for the price, it actually may save your house. Now, the next cool product and everything. Look, dude, I finally got one. I've been wanting one of these forever. You see that?
Oh, that's the GPS.
That is, dude. I got the GPS module. I finally said, you know what? I want one. I've been looking at them. And I said, you know what? I'm going to get the GPS with the telemetry sensor on there and everything. So now it can tell me altitude and speed and everything like that. I really want to get it because some of my turbine jets, I want to see what they're doing consistently, right? So I'm not necessarily
good readings from those.
Exactly, yeah. And I was telling you earlier, now that I got the IX-14, I can get, true telemetry and it'll give me call outs and everything like that. So this thing, I got this off of Amazon, but you can get them from your local hobby shop for about $59, $60.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So yeah, man. So I'm excited about that. There's no calibration needed or anything. You literally just plug and play, and it does its thing. So it works on both surface and air applications and everything. So it's waterproof and dustproof. So
about cool gadgets.
Yeah, man. You got a cool gadget over there? What you got?
I got a cool gadget. I'm trying to get it out of my whatchamacallit right here.
P51 fan says, I have 2 GPS modules. They are awesome. I got to 127 miles an hour on my Viper 90 last weekend. Man.
Dang. Cooking.
That's pretty cooking. So yeah, I'm really interested.
Nobody probably has one of these anymore.
What do you have? Oh my God! What is that thing?
That's the airspeed sensor.
Oh yeah!
With the
pitot tube. Yep. How cool is that?
Yeah,
Turn One said, "When's Will buying an IX-14?" Look, Turn One. I don't think Will's going to be buying an IX-14. His 20 has been running like a champ.
12.
I mean, I'm sorry, you're 12. Yeah, I said 12. Yeah, you're 12. Dang, that's kind of insult to injury right there. But yeah,
you just made a lot of IX-20 guys pretty upset.
I know, man. They're like, that's not IX-20. Omaha Air Defense says, I think I have 5 of those, including the remote ID. So yeah, definitely pretty cool to do that. And so Rob says, got those for my Free Sky, and they are awesome to have. So yeah, man, I just thought it would be pretty cool to have this. And I was going to buy multiple, but really I can put them in any of my turbine planes, just plug it in and go about my business. So
just plug it in and move.
The only thing I wonder is, does it automatically give me the readout, or do I need to tell it to give me the readout? So
you would have to configure it in the transmitter.
Right.
You just go on the telemetry, hit auto config, and it'll read it. It'll pick up on it.
And there you go. Hey, look, we already got P51 fan already bought the V2 board. So boom.
Nice.
Let's see. Winston Brown says, wrong, Will. I have the original high-tech airspeed for my system. Dang.
Oh, nice.
That
is old school.
Flying Veteran says, I have that GPS in my Sab Blizzard and hit 153 miles an hour. That's cooking, dude.
Nice.
So it'll be neat to have this, something very simple that you can add into, your airplane. Very inexpensive little GPS module. So, to go along with that. So very, very cool to go along with the A3 Super gyro that we talked about last show. So that'll be pretty cool. But Will, I wanted to show y'all something else too, man. Just chilling over here. Look at this. What's that little guy?
Oh, you got the little twin 40.
Yeah, we got this little guy. We're gonna do a review on this one, and this is gonna be great. Yeah. So, dude, we got all kinds of crazy things just popping up on the show, honestly. And I don't know if I'm gonna have enough time to get to the Twin Otter, man. The way it's looking, but
yeah, I know, right? We'll run another hour with the Twin Otter alone.
I know, man. I know. And look, this is how it comes, nestled in the box, right?
Nice.
I thought that it was gonna look a little cheesy, right? Like
Mhm.
And the whole thing about the channel is for us to be objective and try to, give everything a fair shot. So I was trying to do that with this. And so I said I wasn't even going to review this at all, man. And then I was like, you know what? There's going to be people out there that want to see this. So
Yeah.
I really probably should, review it just to kind of see.
I don't think it's gonna fail like the F-14 did.
Yeah. I think you're right about that.
It's got those nacelles with that access to open air like that. It's just gonna fly, man.
Man, I'm quietly excited about it, to be honest with you. So really nicely set up in there. So I don't know if you guys have seen one of these, but
Does it feel? How does it feel? Feel really light?
yeah, look at this, man. Dude, this is actually pretty decent looking. Like you can look at, you can see the paint job on it's actually really nice.
Yeah, it's like good detail.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
so
not
small.
a bad looking little airplane. The wheels are actually huge.
Yeah,
They're
they take
actually
off the
big.
grass.
Yeah, the wheels are about 2 inches. They're 2-inch wheels. So this was
Yeah, that'll get off the
designed to
grass.
take off on grass. And you can
Nice.
also remove this and hand toss it because the nacelles, guys, actually have a piece of thick plastic here. So that's something that I didn't know. So they have plastic there, so you can actually, hand toss
Hand
this, take the
toss
wheels
it,
off.
and
Yeah.
you don't have to worry about the nacelles getting damaged.
Yeah. This, honestly, I'm looking at it. This is probably one of the ones that I will probably end up liking. And look at this monster board right there, man. And it has the IC3 or is it IC2?
IC3. That's probably
Yeah.
IC3.
Yep, it's an
That
IC3.
looks like IC3.
Yeah, it's definitely an IC3, man. And just a really nice looking setup. And look, they already put the little Velcro in there, so that's cool. So now you know where your CG's at.
Was it
So
3S?
yeah, I think it
The
is. Let me look.
3S 22 milliamp 22.
That's a good question. Let me look and see.
Looks like a 3S 22 going there.
I don't know because the last one was 4S. Remember that the little F86 was 4S.
Yeah, it
So
was.
let me look and see. And if you guys in a comment know if it runs on 4 or 3, let me know because I'm getting ready to look at the box to find out. Because literally just open this bad boy up. And it looks like it runs on a 3S 11.1 volt 600 to a 850 milliamp LiPo. So there it is.
Man,
And
that's a small pack.
The cool thing is I got a bunch of those, believe it or not, because we're always reviewing these smaller ones, but this one actually has some weight.
It's gonna fly a bunch of times too, then, huh?
Yeah, it actually has some weight to it, man. So this is pretty neat. I'll tell you, if they come out with some cool airplanes like Snow just said, if they come out with a twin 40 millimeter F-15, do you know how cool that would be? Like a twin 40 millimeter F-15, dude, that would be awesome. But I'm kind of impressed.
I don't know because a twin 64 is already out there. Arrow just got the twin 64, and it flies a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but it appears that E-Flight is just they're focused on these UMXs for now.
Right.
So very, very interesting to see these bad boys come out. But that's a nice looking little plane, guys. And it's really not bad at all. It's really not bad at all.
I would just hope that if they did do a F-15, if they did a twin 40 or a twin 50, at least give it the full flying elevators or stabilators like it should. Because that's the only thing that really messed up with Arrows is that you actually have like just the little flap elevators on the back. You don't have the full scale look of the plane,
Right. Yeah, that does actually make sense.
That scale look on a fighter jet is where it's at. E-Flight still didn't get that right with the F-16, but
well,
in my opinion,
we're going to move to the next topic real quick. Check this out. Boom. What do you see right there? FMS EDF 90 millimeter Avanti 18th anniversary edition. They say fly high with our fastest sport jet coming soon. So
Dude,
how much is it? How much is it going to cost? A lot of money.
it's gonna cost you more than your house.
I think that thing's probably going to be about either $599 or $600. So very interesting.
Man,
They don't have much on it, but they wanted to drop this information and let you guys know what was coming. So that'll be pretty interesting to see.
I'm
with
ready
that.
to see if it outruns the Viper.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like the Viper's days are numbered
I think
because
it is.
it's an older, plane. It flies amazing, but things that are coming out now just are faster. Like it's almost like cars, right? Like now today, if a car has 300 horsepower, that's not a lot of horsepower.
Mm-mm.
Back in the day, 200 horsepower, 210, 215, 250 was a lot of horsepower back in the early 90s, 2000s. Now it's like
Yeah.
subpar,
Yep.
so very, very interesting to see.
You want a lot of horsepower, you gotta be rolling on somewhere near 500.
Exactly. By the way, while I'm looking at this little thing, I don't see any lights on this bad boy. There's no lights on it.
Oh, that means you gotta fly it during the day.
Which will be interesting. So yeah, man, but it's a really well built, it's a thick bird too, man. It's super thick.
I'm pretty sure that'll get lost if we end up with some clouds that don't like that color.
Oh, absolutely, man. That green.
So everybody
if we're flying it low in the bowl,
blue sky.
Yeah.
And some sunlight.
I did see where that Avanti does have thrust vector, and I saw it has like a thrust vector and nozzle or something like that. That you can get for it as well. So that should be pretty cool. But
it's gonna outrun the Viper. It's gonna outrun the Futura. It's gonna outrun the free wing for Avanti. That thing's probably gonna smoke a lot of jets, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
That thing's probably gonna smoke a lot of jets, a lot of sport jets. It's gonna smoke them. I think so. A 90 millimeter Avanti from FMS, man, should
be pretty good. Turn said that Fox Body Mustang 5.0 only had 220 horsepower. I remember, and I remember everybody was talking. That was like a ton of speed, and it was fast, and all this other,
225 horsepower is in your 4-cylinder Camry.
Exactly. Which is also in your Prius. I'm kidding. But
yeah.
Snow says, play the reel. I don't think there is a reel of it, dude. I haven't seen it. Let me look. If there is a reel, let me jump. Oh, yeah, there is. Let me get that link.
Oh, shoot. What are you doing, Bobby? You holding back on us? Come on, man.
I didn't know there was a reel on it.
No, see,
okay,
that's
here we go.
That's just like I told you.
Right here. All right, hold on. All right, let's share this bad boy. I appreciate you dropping that link in there. All right, let's share that, and we'll take a look at it and see if it's worth a nod. Let's see here. Where the heck did I put it? Oh, there it is. All right, here we go. Going to share that and play. Oh, it's got music. Sorry, guys. Can't do the music because we'll get a strike. But you can see where it has the thrust vector in is a thing on here too. And you can kind of see it. I'm glad they actually put a video of it out. But so here's a cool little, I'll give you guys a tip for you guys that have your own channel. When your video and airplanes flying in the air, you really need to get the background like the trees so you have contrast, because if not, you're just showing an airplane just flying in the air, which you can't really tell if it's going fast or slow. Kind of like in this video, you can't really tell, but at least you can see what it's doing. It looks pretty cool. I mean, that paint job though. What do you think about that scheme, that library? Will, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Not feeling the paint job that much.
Yeah, I'm not either.
The colors are fine. It's just the way they put it together.
Yeah, it's ugly. I mean, I hate to say it,
the way they
but
put the colors together is not. It's not working. It's
not pretty. They should have made it something cool, man. Something like, where you'd be like, I like that. I want that. But at least you won't have a problem seeing it in the air.
Yeah, no, you definitely will see it. You definitely will see it in the air.
You've got to be blind as a bat and have cataracts in order to not see that thing, right?
Exactly.
But But man, I was gonna open up the Twin Otter, but I think we're running out of time, man. We've been rolling for an hour and 14 minutes, and I
Yeah,
think
I
I'm gonna
gotta
save it
finish
for
this
another.
thing up back here.
I'm just gonna have to save it for another show. So next Thursday, guys, if I can wait and leave it in the box to do an unboxing of it, or I may just go ahead and just build the thing because honestly, I'll tell you, I don't enjoy doing unbox videos. Like they're boring. I don't like them. I don't really watch them. The only one I've watched is the ones that are like, on turbines or really super cool
Yeah,
stuff.
big stuff.
Yeah, but dude, you'll never see me do a lot of unboxing videos because I don't enjoy them at all. So that's just me personal. You're going to see me out there flying and talk about it and everything like that. But yeah, it's not cool. Let's see
Hey,
here.
Bobby.
Yo,
So for any of you guys out there, it's kind of switching topic a little bit. AS3X Plus. Guys, if y'all done it, I'm pretty sure y'all know, man, I'm just tell you, it's perfect. That AS3X Plus works great. I mean, you talking about something that has some smooth transitioning from when you're using heading hold or just from when it's correcting itself. It doesn't just kind of like give your airplane that jittery feeling when it's trying to recorrect. It like smoothly does it. Like I wish I had that flight, that landing that I did. The first landing I did, you remember with the that day it was a little breezy and I was flying the MiG, but I don't have that video. And guys, I was bringing that thing in, and it just all I did was control the elevator, and the wind was trying to like push it, and it just nicely, smoothly countered itself and just kind of just kept itself level, and it just came right in. And I mean, it was perfect. The AS3X Plus is definitely on point.
yeah, you pretty much talked me into wanting to do it. So
I'm
yeah,
about to
but
do it to this Viper tonight.
well,
I've already got my receiver right here. It's already programmed. I just got to
hey,
drop it in.
might as well. Kevin's got a question. He says, "What's your favorite bond and fly of 2024?" Will, what's yours? That's a tough
I mean,
question.
I haven't bought any binding flies in 2024. I don't think. Have I?
Bind and fly. EDF or prop plane? That's a loaded question.
I haven't bought any binding flies in 2024.
Yeah.
Sadly, because I haven't been getting anything from Horizon Hobby lately.
Yeah, and I'll tell you honestly, the stuff that Horizon's been turning out lately, EDF wise, hasn't been the greatest. So,
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
necessarily the
Now, I will say, if I can before this year is out, I do want to get one of those Super Timbers. So that would be it.
I would say the Super Timber was cool. Oh, dude, I've got to share this one video with you guys, by the way. I was just had a scroll.
Man, you just popped like a little schoolgirl, got
Yeah.
happy, wide eyed, and everything.
I just had a squirrel moment. I did. Let me see here.
Oh, man.
I wanted to share something with you guys. Haha, here it is. I thought it was pretty freaking cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and share this with you guys and talk you through it. So I don't know if you guys know well, Haggard Hobbies is what he goes by his name here. But Three Wing Zeus with the Zykoy 45.
Mm.
I wanted to share this with you guys. Take a look at this.
Holy crap.
That airplane is 150 miles an hour EDF on 8F. On a turbine of 45, it's got to be screaming over 2. So he's going to GPS it and see, but take a look at this.
Takeoff flaps.
Here we go.
What would possess him to do that?
Why not? Check that out.
Man.
And she's gone, right? Gear up, flaps up. So check out the pass. This is just 50% throttle, too. He's just trying to get a field. This is a maiden flight video, by the way. Beautiful field. So
Dude, that thing covered so much ground so quick.
exactly. But look how small it gets, right? And so we were talking. He was like, "Man, it gets really small quick." And I'm like, "Yeah, I see that." So check this out. He does some fast passes, and it's extremely fast. Here we go. Nope, that's not one. He was checking it out, making sure everything was good.
Making sure the wings aren't going to break off of it before it comes through there.
Yep. You see that?
Jeez.
Look how fast that thing is.
Dang, man, that's.
It just disappears.
I mean, the camera is zoomed all the way out.
Yeah, that's a cell phone
That
too.
camera is not zoomed in at all.
Yeah, check it out.
Jeez.
It's fast. I might go down there this weekend and watch him. So he's going to do a couple of fast passes. Let's see.
Where's this at?
That's at Piedmont. It's over on the outside of Pitville.
Oh, shoot.
Not far.
Yeah, that ain't far at all.
I know. I might bring my Viper out there.
The trees.
All right, here he goes. This is the high-speed pass.
What do you mean? Take it further out to the left.
Oh, he's telling him to take it further out because he's having a hard time keeping up with it with the camera.
That way, you can
He'll be able to pivot and keep up with it.
Yeah, he's having the same issue we were having with that
I'm
little
not sure I'm
green
keeping up with it in the
MX
frames when you. There you go. Now bring her down.
All right, check this out. She's screaming. I mean,
Dude, that's ridiculous.
it's fast.
I'll be afraid the wings are going to come off of that.
I think it's faster than the Flex Jet was.
And so he sets up for the landing.
Gears down.
Gears down, and you can watch him come in for a landing. He sets
Can
up.
it slow down?
Oh yeah, it slows down nicely. Zach is a great pilot, man.
Perfect.
Look at that. Isn't that nice?
Perfect.
He must be got brakes on that thing.
Oh yeah.
Perfect.
So if it's a turbine, you have to have brakes on it, AMA rules. So yeah, man, isn't that crazy?
Jeez, dude, that thing is zipped through there.
Super crazy, man. But I wanted to share that with you guys, man. I thought that was awesome. What's going on, Wild Bill? How you doing? But yeah,
Hey, Wild Bill.
Yeah, it's just great, man. RDRC's got a fly-in coming in August the 17th. RDRC try and fly for events. Oh, that's this weekend, man. There it is. So CVO Hobo says enjoy the show and will. Good comparison video. Guys, we're going to close this bad boy out. We've been rolling hardcore, and we're at an hour and 22 minutes. This is normally an hour show, but every time, man, we get to have a good time, and we just forget about the time. So, guys, make sure you check out that that EDF versus Turbine video I just dropped, and make sure. Hey, Jeremy, I'm gonna bring you to the light, buddy. There you go. Boom. Jeremy Stoltz right there.
He's just sitting there chilling.
Yeah, I saw him sitting there. I was like, man, I can't leave him down there like that. But yeah, definitely make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, and also check out RC Pilot Will's channel too. He's got some really good up and coming content coming out there too, and making a name for himself out there. So just really good, honest dudes just out here trying to have fun and fly airplanes. That's literally it. Not trying to get rich off of anything, not trying to get you to buy a product. The product sells itself, seriously, if it's good.
So you guys that's watching that Turbine versus EDF video, in the beginning, Bobby didn't know we were recording. That's how we really are. We are just out there having fun.
Yeah.
That's how we really are. So if you think,
when
we're actually doing a video, we're singing and acting for the camera, we're just being us.
Yeah, we're the same people you see. Like
same people.
Yeah, watch the front of that video, and you just completely. I'm like, oh, you're recording? He's like, yeah, and I'm like, oh man, I'm down here all bent over and everything. What the heck? So, but man, really having a good time. So. I'm telling you, man, it's good. I really appreciate you guys coming in here. Jeremy Stolt, man, really appreciate you coming in into the mix. And and helping everybody out and dropping some information and being a good face for Banana Hobby and everything, and
Good night, Bill.
answering the hard questions. So without further ado,
That's
we're gonna
the-
punch on out of here, man. Will, you got anything else?
No, I'm good, brother.
Jeremy, you got
What?
anything?
I do have one thing. I missed one thing. It's just got to be real quick with it.
All right, go ahead.
When you guys do your version 1 to version 2 wings, you've got to buy a decal set because you need the gray portions down here to cover your servo wires, and then also the walkways on top and all that. So you need to get one of these kits too. So don't forget that when you buy them.
You mean you can't use that silver plumber's tape, duct tape?
Leave duct tape alone, Bobby.
right.
I'm not saying you
Jeremy's
can't.
like, he's like, if you want an ugly airplane, yeah.
He gets you some of that shiny air conditioner,
Oh, God.
AC
That
aluminum
aluminum
tape.
tape.
Yeah,
You
aluminum tape.
contrast, then I guess go right ahead.
I mean, honestly, I guess. But
Hey,
guys,
they make duct tape in all kinds of colors. You can get it
they
in
do. They really
orange, pink. I don't know,
But
whatever
guys,
you want.
certainly
Snow
certainly appreciate you guys coming and hanging out on the channel, and certainly appreciate you tuning in to us. Next Thursday, we're going to talk about this twin otter. I'm sorry we couldn't get it tonight, but we had so many cool things to talk about, and we did it. You came, you saw.
Its own show because it's fun.
I mean, it is, dude. We really do have a ton of fun. So,
Yeah, we
and that's
do.
going to be
We
equally
do.
fun. So, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel. RC Pilot Will, myself, Jeremy Stolt. We are out of here, guys. Y'all have a wonderful one and go fly and be safe. There we go.